trust. I don't know what the they foul just like us. I'm from where the beef is inevitable, summertime's unforgettable. Boosters in abundance, buy half price sweater new. Your word was everything, so everything you said you do, you did it. Couldn't talk about it if you ain't living. I'm from where pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MCs, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. With Z-Ball and Thugs are at odds.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans.
Everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The fans making some noise here at the Knicks Arena. The New York Knicks are getting settled in. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the third consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. Soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo is out there with Thunder. And it's Fournier in at the 3 slot. Here's Anthony. Fournier pulls it down.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Thunder. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Calderon. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Anthony, the pass to Lopez. Calderon, 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. New York, no good that time either.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Here's Thunder. He dishes it to Fournier. Passes to Thunder. Takes a 3. That's good. Thunder's got 7 points in the game.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. Lopez passes to Porzingis. Here's Anthony.
Not looking good for him so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
And the Knicks miss again. Here's Thunder. He's guarded by Calderon. Here's Thunder. Vucevic grabs the miss.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
To end the drought. And it's Calderon, that time on the assist by Vucevic.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a Career low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here's Thunder. The Knicks making the shot. Again, the Magic score.
Hey, kid, you ready? And getting back to Jose Calderon, he's been an extremely efficient shooter for a point guard, 48% from the field throughout his career. But last season, he couldn't hit it at all. He dropped down to 41%.
Nice shot by Vujacic.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Here's Thunder. 12 points for him. Gordon up on top. It's Oladipo on the wing. Shot from 16. Jump shot is good that time. 14 points for Thunder.
And on the topic of Jose Calderon, his game is predicated on getting others involved. Last season, he had Carmelo Anthony to throw it to, and really pretty much no one else. So defenders could key on him a little more, causing him, I thought, to become just a little less efficient. Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
Catching up on the changes for New York, Derek Williams checked in for Porzingis. Flalo comes in for Sasha Vujacic. And it's Grant in for Jose Calderon. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up at the stripe. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. He has a scorching 86%. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
The defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
There's 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Thunder. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Grant dishes to Lopez. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up. He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Outside Anthony. Kicks to Lopez. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lopez has got 8.
Of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And that one's good. 24 points for Thunder.
He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
That was just an amazing play. You talk about making him reach for thin air. Wow.
He got it up. No good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Magic lead by 8. The second quarter coming up right at... And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
It's easy. It's basketball. It's out there having...
Well, you don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy when they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
All right,
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is to the long
been going here so far for the Magic.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The game come to you.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
Thunder's checked in for Baton. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Porzingis. He's out there with Kevin Seraphin. Calderon is out there with the Flalo. And it's Galloway in at the point. And here's Watson after Aaron Aflalo getting his shot to go from deep. Here's Galloway. He's covered by Watson. Kept alive by New York. Porzingis can't hit.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. That's good. And that's now 26 points for Thunder.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponents' scoring chances.
Here we go, one-on-one from outside the arc, and the shot is good. And now a 10-point Magic lead.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defensive problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Inside, here's Seraphin. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Thunder. He's got 29 points. Vucevic to the pass to Thunder. The tray. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Here's Galloway. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Now, here's Calderon. He's covered by Watson. It's stolen by Vucevic. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. To the paint. And Fournier kicks to Vucevic. Tries it from the top of the key. And that's good for two. 34 points for Thunder.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead. And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage. Although the subpar athleticism... hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Here's Thunder, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Shot's good for Seraphin.
2 points.
Well, and to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive and sometimes out of position. Coaches are asking him to be aggressive, but he has to learn how to do that without fouling. That's the next step in his progression. And some of it is anticipation, so you're not in position to foul. This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.